Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, bringing you your No Frills American Idol commentary from a singer. So we're gonna jump right into this. We have the top 13 results show tonight, and what a show it was. It was only an hour, so that's good. So this is gonna be a lot shorter video than it was yesterday. I hope it wasn't too long, but 13 contestants to talk about, and I like to at least touch on each of them. And then of course I rant on some things that get on my nerves, or that I might be able to teach other performers who are considering either auditioning for the show and competing in the show, or just singers who are looking to get a little more performance acumen, a little more strength, and learning how to work out some of the problems that they see that American Idol people or people who are in any competition or on stage are experiencing. And just kind of help them be able to work those things out and pick them apart. I think after you watch several of my commentaries and So You Want to Be a Singer videos, which are here on YouTube, that, it gives you a good jumping off point to really up your game as a performer and as a singer and as an artist, of course. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. Lauren, Alaina, and Mary J. Blige are both performing. They started out with the top 13 performing, doing a little production number of As by Stevie Wonder. I wrote the mixes of all the voices together wasn't good. With each of their solos was pretty decent. At first it was, really the voices were really low in the mix, so I was like, where I can barely hear some people. Most of the solos I wrote were buried while everyone was singing together. Though I like the idea of it and I like the setup, and I thought there were some really nice harmonies in the number, and they had a lot of things going on, and it's such a big beautiful song that I thought it really worked out pretty decently, except for the little sound issues. The Ford commercial had the giant top 13 terrorizing Hollywood. I wrote. And I thought it was cute. It wasn't too much. Then we got to the first of the results. Ryan called up Jessica, Elise, and Hollie. Of course, in these, they showed a recap with some of the judges' comments, and then Jimmy gives his comments on how he thought they did. Jimmy gushed like everybody else over Jessica, and he said that it was the best performance ever on Idol. She, of course, was safe. Elise is in the bottom 3 girls, and Hollie was safe. Then Ryan called up Heejun, Jermaine, and Colton. Jimmy didn't like Heejun's production. He said he liked Heejun's voice, but he didn't like him doing that type of song because it showed all his flaws. But of course, Heejun is safe. Jermaine is in the bottom 3 guys, and Colton was safe. And Ryan, I think, likes to mess with Colton already because he punked him again. He was like, I forget exactly what he said. You got to watch the clip, but it was just kind of cruel and mean. I thought, in a fun-loving way, but still, it was kind of cruel and mean. Next up, we had some commercials, and let me tell you, I know you talk about commercials, but J-Lo is killing the game. Okay, first it was J-Lo's commercial. I wrote it was hot, even though it was too short, and it was her dancing it up, and her clothes were changing, and it was for Kohl's and for her own clothing line, right? I think it was for Kohl's. And then I'm like about to go back and get on Twitter or whatever, and another one comes on with J-Lo, and it's a perfume commercial for Loreal, for makeup. I was like, what's up? And then when they came back from commercial, Ryan congratulated J-Lo on her new show, Que Viva. I was just like, and that is also on Fox. I'm like, Jennifer Lopez right now is caking. So next up, Lauren Alaina sings Georgia Peaches from her debut album, Wildflower. She came out looking sassy with an off-the-shoulder top and a glittery shoulder. She sounded pretty good and was so comfortable working the stage and, of course, playing with the contestants and talking to the audience. Just a well-done performance. The song, I like the refrain, the Georgia Peaches, but I don't know. I think it's something that has to grow on you, and I'm not really a country guy. I like songs. I really like good songs. So I have to see if I ever hear it again, if it actually grows on me. But I thought she was looking great. She sounded good. She was doing her thing, and it was just so good to see her looking so mature. She looked young, like a young girl, but she was just a mature, stage-matured woman, going on the show. I really enjoyed that. Next up, we went back to the results, and Ryan called up Erika, Shannon, and Skylar. Jimmy said that Shannon needs a lot more experience. She's young, which, of course, is what happens. He also said, like I said yesterday, that she had tightened up her vocal cords, she tightened up her throat, and then had a problem hitting the higher notes after she did the messed up on the key change. And one thing I think in performance especially is you always need to think of the next thing. What just happened happened doesn't matter. You need to continue on. You know, you need to continue to breathe and continue to think about the next thing. Not, oh, I just messed up, and it's hard. I know it's hard. I do it too. But not, I just messed up, but what's coming next, and continue to work on so that you don't mess up what's coming next, right? Erika was in the bottom 3. Shannon is also in the bottom 3, and Skylar was safe. And while Shannon and Skylar were waiting, Erika went back, and the two girls were talking who are already in the bottom 3, her and Elise, and they could be heard saying they got the old ladies something. And I was like, be careful what you say on stage, because those mics are still on, you know. Next, Ryan called up Joshua, Jeremy, Philip, and DeAndre. And Jimmy said all the girls outperformed Jeremy last night. And Jeremy was in the bottom 3. Joshua also is in the bottom 3. Philip was safe, and DeAndre was safe. Of course, Ryan immediately sent Erika and Joshua back to safety, and this is why Ryan is like the host. I mean, he just walked over to the middle of his and said, after the break, we're going to come back in and see who's safe like desk to desk. And the two of them didn't even hear him, because it was classic. And he was like, you're safe, you know? I was like, this is why Ryan is the man, okay? Just the best host out there. Mary J. Blige next performed her latest single, Why. And I had a lot to say about this, so let me read it all to you. This song had a nice beat and vibe. The contestants were up and vibing, and the audience was clapping along. But I think it has to grow on me, or this is like the type of song that needs to grow on you. I wasn't crazy about it, especially the instrumentation. It seemed to clash with her vocal, especially when she was when she was in the verse. So that's just my opinion. She also kept messing with her in-ear monitor, and so did quite a few other people were pulling them out and messing with them. And I don't know what's going on with the monitors, but I love Mary J. Blige. I just was not crazy about this song, and I thought she was working really, really hard to get this feeling of this song across. It's called Why. J-Lo and Randy stood, like when they finished, Steven was standing up, and then, you know, slowly as the camera got to her, J-Lo started standing up, and she said something, and then Randy got up. So yeah, I wrote they got up kind of begrudgingly. I use these big words that I don't know what they mean, you know. So Ryan asked Steven Tyler, you know, who he thought deserved to go home. And he said Jeremy. Just straight face, just said Jeremy. And I was like, wow, that's rough. So Ryan sent Jermaine back to safety. So Jeremy was the bottom vote getter for the guys. And then he sent Shannon back to safety. And Elise was the bottom vote getter for the girls. Oh my God. I hope this is a lesson. I hope this is a lesson learned for Elise, really. That you just have to be on it every single time. You cannot really get an attitude. You cannot really not do your best on any of these performances. Or you could go home. Just straight up go home. She's a lot of talent. She did not deserve to be in the bottom 3. And I think if she'd have been a little just more playful with the song, you know, found that place and just used those emotions that she was going through, that she actually would have done a whole lot better. In the end, they saved Elise and sent Jeremy home. And they made J-Lo give the news. And she did pretty good, I thought. I thought she was going to break down, you know, sending Jeremy home, because that's her boy, right? So they set the farewell tribute to Scotty McCreery doing Please Remember Me. And you could see Jessica over on the side crying about him leaving. They all came out to hug him and stuff like that. I'm sorry to see Jeremy go, because I think he has a great instrument. But I did, you know, look at my commentary yesterday. I didn't think that he proved what he needed to prove after being saved. And he was the weakest guy. And for me, the weakest girl was not the bottom vote getter, but y'all probably know who the weakest girl for me is, and she might be going home very soon. So anyway, I'm out. This is Robert Anton. Tell me what you thought of the results, and who do you think is gonna kill it next week. All right, peace.